everybody, hope all is well. Welcome back to another episode of the ShabinLife. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Dave. My wife Dayna and I have 18 acres in northeast Pennsylvania. A few years ago, we cleared just enough land that we could put this shed on the land, and we slowly turned the shed into sort of a cabin, hence the Shabin. When we decided to do the YouTube channel, it just seemed fitting to use ShabinLife as the name of the channel. So that's where ShabinLife comes from. But now that we've got the Shabin on the lot, we've been clearing the last couple of years, and now we're actually building our future off-grid home. So if this is your first time checking in, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell and all the whistles that go along with whatever lets you know that we have a new video up, and be sure to stick around to check out all the new stuff that comes out from Dayna and I. Even though it's absolutely gorgeous out, it was freezing this morning, and I know that we're going to need to fire the wood stove up for the first time this season, so we're going to quick run a brush down. And I'm not cheap, I'm just thrifty and frugal like everybody else, right? And the brush, no big deal, 12 bucks. But I couldn't do 50 bucks for the rods. So we're gonna use our security chain for the front gate, and we just use the little belt clip, and we're gonna slide it down and pull it down. I'm sure it'll work fine, but yeah, maybe Dan will take you inside and show you all the wonderful creosote falling from the pipe. But yeah, just a quick chimney cleaning. So we're up here for a couple days to install the septic line sleeve through the foundation wall and the water line through the foundation wall. And then my hope is in the next maybe 2 or 3 days that the excavation company is going to come back and start to backfill around the foundation, which will be great because 2 weeks after that is the lumber delivery for us to start putting up walls. So if we can get the backfilled and graded, it'll make it nice and easy to get right up on the deck. But we're doing some odd jobs all around here. So we were cleaning the flue, or the chimney pipe, for the winter time. I have a feeling we're going to have a fire tonight. It's going to get down into the 30s, so it'd be nice to have a little warmth inside the Shabin. But I just emptied the other filter. I don't know if, for those of you who watch the rain collection system, you know, feel free to go back and check out that video. I'll link it here. But it's worked out great. It was great for when we had to do cement. It's been great for showers and stuff like that. But I just took the other filter that I made off, and I was pretty impressed with how it worked out. So if you saw the video, you saw that these things basically just slip into the 90, but I mean, it basically catches all the fine stuff too. It comes out crystal clear, and it doesn't seem like between these two as well as this one down here, you know, this is another filter that, I mean, has nothing in it. So these little filters worked out really good at the top of the gutters to collect all the debris. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, those little pieces were in there from when I first when the first rain came. It was just some of the PVC clippings, but this worked out really well. And if you haven't watched the video, go back and check it out. But yeah, little homemade filters working out awesome. And now I'm just gonna use the water to actually rinse out the inside. You know, get almost most of it out. So it's not too bad. But these worked out great and didn't cost me anything but just the fittings. And then they just go right back in again. So it worked out good. All right, y'all. Can't really see me right now. Or at least maybe you can with the light, I don't know. But I thought I'd quick throw the camera on. I'm in the crawl space. You can see the scuttle light from over there. And I'm just making some pilot holes through the foundation wall to knock out for the sleeve that's going to go through for the septic line. So I thought I'd just quick turn the camera on and show you what I'm doing. So I cut through the foam, and then I traced around a 6-inch piece of PVC that's going to be the sleeve for the 4-inch pipe. And basically I'm just drilling it out with the rotor hammer. And then when it's all said and done, I'll slip the sleeve in there, and I haven't decided to do like an hydraulic cement or maybe like a polyurethane concrete sealant or something. But I just thought I'd quick throw the camera on to show you. I'll show you the other side when I pop it out, and maybe I get Dayna to hold the camera for me while I finish it up. All right, so as much as I wanted to take the camera out after I made the hole to film me putting in the sleeve and the Fernco coupling, I didn't realize how fast that hydraulic cement was going to set up, and I'm talking like 5 minutes. So rather than chance it, I didn't pull the camera out. But this is basically how it turned out. So again, I'm in the crawl space. I'm on the wall. You'll see outside facing down into the valley. But there is a piece of 6-inch PVC that's sleeved through the wall. And then the hydraulic cement is packed around it from the inside and the outside. And then there's a Fernco coupling on here, a reducer from 6-inch to 4-inch. And the 4-inch septic line will go out. And then that way the Fernco coupling can get tightened down. On the outside, you'll see what we're going to do. We have a roof vent that's going to get tarred on, and then the pipe will get foamed on the inside and the outside. So it should be super duper water and airtight, and we shouldn't have any problems. But I'll take you outside and show you the outside. Sorry I couldn't show you packing in the cement, but it was like just working with Play-Doh. You know, pack it up, stuff it in there. My wife was pushing from the outside, I was pushing from the inside. Just wanted to make sure that my clamps for the Fernco coupling could still turn, and everything worked out all right. So we'll go outside and see how we made out. All right, so we're outside. This is the outside of the pipe. I wanted it a little bit farther out, but
I lied, your light's on.
I wanted it a little farther out because this is actually going to go on and get tarred to the wall. But I was hoping for a little more pipe, so I had something to kind of use as a flange to put the cement around. But we're going to make it look pretty, and I'm going to tar over that anyway to make sure it's super waterproof. But yeah, this stuff is, I had to put in a little extra water, so I had a few more minutes to work with it.
Okay, so as usual, we didn't film all of what we just did, but you saw us drill the hole through the foundation wall and put a 3-inch PVC pipe through. We used hydraulic cement to seal all around the pipe. Hey, Coda. What this is for our water line, which will run from the foundation under the crawl space up to where those two flags are. Someday will be a cistern. The building will have rain collection that'll go into that cistern, and then that will run to the house. There'll be a jet pump which will pump it through the house. And hopefully I didn't miss anything that Dave wanted me to say.
Good morning. So we got up this morning and we're back at it on the foundation piping. So this is the septic line. This is the main line for the septic. So you saw us, we sleeved the wall yesterday, got it all filled back in with concrete. So we just slid this pipe through. It goes through the 4-inch Fernco coupling on the other side. It's now nice and tight, and I'm pretty sure you need an 1/8 inch per foot pitch on the main drains. So inside, it's up about 1.25 inches at the very end, so that gives us our pitch coming out here. So all I'm really trying to do is kind of leave this 2-foot area stubbed out. That way they can start to backfill, but when we go to do the septic system that's going to go way down that way and right up the other side, we're sort of already ready. This morning what I'm going to do is, now that we have the pipe in here, the idea is we're going to use some backer rod to slip into the hole, and then we're going to basically foam everything from the backer rod out here, and then once, if that sets up or whatever, but then the roof flashing will go over, it'll go up on it, and it's going to get tarred to the wall and then tarred over. So that's the idea of the line coming out. It might be exactly what would be needed. It might be a little bit overkill, but the hope is, that ultimately when we start backfilling both this and the water line, that I never have an issue with water getting into the crawl space. So we're going to kind of get started, and we'll shoot what we can. We got our backer rod pieces cut. Basically all we're doing is we're slipping our backer rod in there. All right, so the backer rod's pushed all the way to the back of the 6-inch sleeve. There's a little space probably between the end of the sleeve and the end of the Fernco coupling, but I'm not too worried about that. I think the foam out here, and then with the boot cover, we should be in good shape. I'm gonna go ahead and foam up the hole now that we're all set. You know what? Try and be smart about this so that my foam doesn't seize up on me before I do the other hole. So we're gonna pause. I'm gonna do the other 3-inch hole with the water line, and that way I can do foam at the same time in both holes. We'll catch up in a minute. Okay, so this is the other side of the foundation wall where the water line's coming through. So we have the 1-inch PVC line, the water line going through. I'll take you on the inside and show you as well, but basically we're gonna do the same thing we did over there. We're gonna get a piece of backer rod to slip in here. That way it suspends the pipe directly in the middle of the 3-inch sleeve, and then we'll foam the inside and the outside just to make it nice and watertight. Then we're basically gonna mark off where the boot flashing is gonna go, and we're gonna basically mark it off, tar it up, and then we're gonna set these we're gonna set these roof flashings basically just like that, so that it's tarred all the way around. And then, since the water line doesn't fit 100% inside the boot flashing rubber vent, we're gonna foam inside so that it kind of seals it up real nice. And hopefully with all that, we should be in good shape. But we're gonna get it set up, and then we'll start foam, we'll bring you back. Okay, so pipe is through. On the other side, we'll show you the water pipe is through as well. Everything's good to get foamed now. So now I'm gonna foam inside here, and then foam on the inside and outside of the 3-inch sleeve for the 1-inch pipe on the other side. Then we're gonna let this sit up, get really firm. We'll cut off what we really need to if it comes out too far, and then we'll start tarring the boot on. But we did the best we could to get the water line sort of sitting in the center of both the 3-inch sleeve on the inside and the outside. And basically we're gonna foam this, and then it's gonna get the boot as well. There's probably about 2 inches of space between the piece of backer rod and the outside. And then on the inside, I'll show you, I put a coupling on, so it ends up being about 5 inches. So there's 2 pieces of backer rod in this one. I really only wanted to put one, but it's having trouble keeping this pipe, which has a mind of its own, from sitting nice and like suspending it nice in the air. So this is about the best we could get it. And with the coil still sitting here, because I'm gonna have to roll the coil out and crimp it to the 90 that's gonna go in the insulated pipe that goes up to the cistern. So we're gonna foam this up and hopefully everything works out. Foam.
Like filling a cream puff.
Foam. You never think you have enough, and then you have way too much. All right. Now we're in the crawl space. Hopefully you can see. So there's our water line coming in through the wall. I don't know if I showed that yesterday, but inside is another piece of backer rod. And now we're just going to foam this side as well. And then we'll come back and we'll clean all this stuff up. But the hope is that, you know, the foam is nice and strong and kind of holds that pipe where it needs to be. Like I said, on the outside we'll be tarring it, so I'm not too worried about it. But we'll let that set up and come back in a couple hours and do the tar. But I left myself about a 15-foot whip in here to attach the jet pump to. That should be plenty of hose, so should be good. Peekaboo.
Check out our boy.
Rough life, right? Rough life.
Oh, now I see where you get the stuff for the outside. Yeah. Smart.
So it might not be pretty, but I'm pretty sure it's waterproof. But that'll be nice when they come to do the septic. We'll drop it down, take it underground, and should be in good shape. But that's one day. Oh man. All I wanted to do was keep it pretty. Oh, these gloves are shot.
Can't have anything nice.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
You know, so we put the flashing on, just like the other one, traced it out. Now I'm going to put the tar on.